Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm LJ. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't, please hit that button. And today we're just going to jump straight into it. I'm not going to go like too much in depth. It's not going to be like a full tutorial even. I'm just going to be doing a little bit of a makeup look in celebration of St. Patrick's Day. No, I'm not Irish or anything, but any excuse to put some makeup on my face, I'm going to do it. So, the palettes I'm going to be using today, sort of first off, I'm going to be using the original Soap palette and the Soap Extra Spice palette from Makeup Revolution, or Revolution now. And I may also jump into my Jaclyn Hill palette, because like these shimmers, these greens down here, especially this one, because I think I'm going to go more khaki. I think that one will like really pop on like the centre of the eye, but I'll see, because I've also got a little bit of glitter here, so we'll see where the look takes us. Ugh, my hair is doing my head in today. So let's start by priming my eye. Knock everything over. Let's start by priming my eyelids. I'm just gonna find my concealer. I'm going to use the e.l.f. concealer, just a little dot on each eye. As you can see, I haven't actually filled my brows in at the minute. I'll do those when I've done my eye makeup. So I'm just going to stamp this everywhere with my sponge. And I think I've said this in every video that I've used this, and I know I kind of use it in every single video at the minute, but I'm really liking it. It dries down, so I don't get creasing, and I always get creasing. I have to use an eye primer, but I've been finding that I don't have to, so that's a bonus. Let's grab some makeup brushes. So to start with, I'm going to do, like I said, a bit of a halo shape. So to start with, I'm going to go into the Extra Spice palette. I'm going to take the cookie dough colour, so this one here. And I'm going to take this on a nice big fluffy, really big fluffy brush, and just use that as my transition colour. It's a nice cool, not too cool tone, but a nice cool tone brown, so it's got a little bit of warmth there, but it's going to blend nicely with the khaki colours, hopefully. No, it does. I've used this one before. I've actually really been liking like a khaki eye, a cool toned eye at the minute. That blue one that I did a couple of weeks ago, if you haven't seen it, I'll try and remember to link it. I wore that look a couple of times and I really liked it. I liked how it made my eyes pop. One, because I've got blue eyes, so obviously the deeper blue really made my light blue pop, but I liked the cool tone for a change, because we all know me, I love a warm tone. Okay, so that's all I'm doing with that. That is literally just to add a bit of colour to my lids. And then I'm going to take this brush here, this nice fluffy Morphe brush, and I'm going to take the colour Lakes, which is like this, try not to blind it, this khaki brown here. And I'm going to take this just through the crease, because I'm going to put, even though I'm doing a spotlight, we're going to go all metallic on the lid, so I'm just taking this through the crease before we put anything else on. And I actually took these palettes away with me. They are so easy, and because they've got a mirror in them, I don't have to worry about the like the lighting being good near a mirror when you go away, because you can take the mirror to the lighting. There we go, so that's just added some depth to that. I mean, you could leave that at that, literally just put one shimmer over the lid, but obviously we're not doing that today. We are going to go, I'm actually going to go in with a fluffy brush. Molting everywhere. I'm going to go in with a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to swatch the two shimmer shades that we're going to use. So this is the one out of the original Soph palette. Look at that, it's like a greeny gold, and it is so reflective. And this is the one, this one's a bit more firmly pressed, the one out of the Extra Spice palette, but it's still gorgeous. Look at that, that's more khaki gold. So I'm going to go with this one on the outer and the inner corner, and then this one down the middle. I'm just going to, everything's going off, I'm just going to clean up my fingers a little bit, because otherwise I will end up with eyeshadow everywhere. I did that yesterday. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to take a Jessup 227 Luxe Soft Definer brush. I'm going to take the shade Aurora from the Extra Spice palette, and then I'm going to lay that on here. And with us, or with me taking like a fluffier brush, it's not going to show up, it's still going to be shimmery, but it's not going to be like super shimmery in your face, because you're kind of diffusing some of the shimmer particles. I'm just going to bring it through the crease slightly, just so that it actually looks seamless. It don't look like we've just plonked shimmer on the inner and outer corners. And it doesn't matter if it comes like quite close to the centre of the eye, because obviously that other shimmer will go over the top, and with it being a bit brighter and a bit more gold reflective, it will brighten the eye back up. Anything I will say about doing it this way with like a fluffier brush, there's a bit more fallout, but that's why I'm doing my eyes first. Okay, so I've got the colour on both eyes now. Like I said, doesn't matter that we've gone too far into the centre, because what I'm going to do now, use my finger, pick up that colour from the original Soph palette, and I'm going to put that all over the centre of my eye. There we go. It just, putting it on with your finger, it just like presses it in more and makes it look more foiled. I do find that shimmers, that's the best way to make them work. Okay, don't worry about all of this fallout that's going on, that's just from where I've dug my I mean, look at that, that is gorgeous. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take just a small fluffy brush, and I'm going to take that shade that we've just put on the centre of the eyes on a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to blend it out a little bit so that it's not super harsh, but we've still got that depth on the outer corners. Do you know, when this palette first came out, it was the only palette that I used. I mean, you can see I've like hit pan on a couple of the shades and really dug into them. And I forgot how much I liked the shades in here. So I think I might have to get it back out again. It looks so funny with all this fallout, but don't worry. We will sort that out. I'm just re-intensifying that darker, like the more khaki metallic on the inner and outer corners. Because like I said, that we want the focus to be drawn to the centre part of the eye. There we go. And just turn you right round to the light. Look at that green. That green is gorgeous. And this palette, and it's still available as well, it's £10. Yeah, love this palette. Let's just clean up all of that fallout. Because even though it's St. Patrick's Day, we do not want a green face. And I haven't made my mind up about the glitter on the centre eye. I don't think I am going to go into my Jaclyn Hill palette, even though I do like this colour. I think I'm just going to leave it like this, just because this is like a completely different tone. This is more of like a blue-green. I don't know. I'm liking the way this is looking. I might actually put something like that along my lower lash line. But we'll see. Let's put some face on. I think what I'm going to do today is I'm going to mix, which, when do I not mix? I'm going to mix, whoops, my Estee Lauder Double Wear in the shade Sand, which is 1W2, with my Revolution Conceal and Define. So I'm going to, this is in the shade F2, by the way. That's why I'm mixing, because none of my foundation shades match me at the minute. So I have to mix everything. And I keep meaning to buy a pump for this, but I keep forgetting. So the way that I've been getting my Estee Lauder foundation up, which I don't understand why they don't actually come with a pump, but I still like the foundation, so it's not too much of a bother. But I take like a flat applicator brush, concealer applicator brush, and just scoop it out and apply it like that. One, it's the easiest, and two, it's the least amount of waste, because I did start at first by just like pouring it, and oh my god, I was using way too much. I look like a cake face. I mean, I look like I've got a lot on now, but because it's quite a runny formula, once it starts to move, that's it. It's kind of coming whether you want that much or not. So yeah, I do like to use a brush for that, and then I use a brush, an actual foundation brush, to just blend it all together on my skin. Make sure to bring it down my neck. These two mixed together give the most beautiful finish and coverage. Sorry, I'm looking that way, my mirror's over there. Grab my handheld. Oops. Yeah, they give the most beautiful finish, coverage, everything, because obviously they're both full coverage foundations, but they're both what I would call like wearable full coverage. They're not like cake face. I mean, I do like it, but like the Revolution Revolution Pro Camouflage Concealer. That does settle in my, like around my nose, on my smile lines and things like that. It does settle, which normally I don't have to worry about that until like later on in the day. But that one just doesn't suit my skin tone. Whereas these and Maybelline Superstay are like my go-to matte foundations. Okay, and then for concealer, let's go with something different. I was going to go with my e.l.f., but let's go with Urban Decay, and this is in Fair Warm. And a little goes a long way with this. I'm not actually sure if I've used this on my channel yet. I got this at Christmas. Decided it was a present to myself, and when they say it's full coverage, it's full coverage. I like this. It does dry down, so you'll have to work with it. And it's not the cheapest of concealers, but when that little does that much, you don't, like, the price isn't something that puts me off. I mean, I don't use it daily just because I've got so many other concealers that I like as well, but yeah, it's not something that would put me off. Things like eyeshadows and things like that, I mean, yes, I love a lot of drugstore concealers, foundations, things like that, but as well, I think you can tell when you do spend a bit more money on like high-end base products. They just last so well. So let's take my Kat Von D Locket powder. I'm not going to cream contour today. We're just going to do everything with powder today. I'm going to take a bit of this, which has been tipped upside down, so I've got loads in the lid. I'm using my Revolution hard sponge, and we're just going to bake under my eyes like normal. I mean, if you look at how this foundation has dried down, the lighting's not brilliant in here today. I think it's because it's so dark outside, but like, it is matte, but not, like I say, not cakey matte. I mean, if you didn't get super oily skin, you could get away without setting this, but we all know I have to set everything. But yeah, you could get away with just setting under your eyes and not even baking, depending on what concealer you use, because I think that has a big, like, plays a big part. Because I do find some concealers, they need baking, or on me they need baking anyway. So I'm just taking a Revolution pressed powder. I'm just stamping that everywhere, down my neck, all along the face. And then while we let my bake sit, I'm just going to grab a brow pencil. I'm going to go with my Goof Proof. And I don't actually need to do a lot to these because these are freshly done. I'm just gonna fill my brows in a little bit. I have got a brow tutorial coming up because I have got bald patches in my brows, and I just thought I'd share with you how I fill everything in. I mean, I'm not saying that the tutorial is going to be for everyone, but I just wanted to like share what I do, how I suffer. There we go, we have brows again. Right, I'm just going to go off, change my battery because it's flashing at me, and then we'll be back, finish the face and the under eyes. Okay, so I wiped my makeup away. I'm looking really, really pale, so let's get some colour on my face. I'm going to take the Revolution Pro HD contour palette in Fair, and I'm going to take, nope, that's a powder brush, this brush right here, and I'm going to mix these two together and sculpt myself some little cheekbones. This palette, for what you get in it, is so affordable. I think it's about £8. You get like 4 or like 3 like brightening powders depending on your skin tone, a highlighter, like a really, really pale bronzer, and then 3 different contour shades, so you can contour as much as you want and as dark as you want. So it's kind of got like everything from everyday to like night out, things like that. Then just to diffuse that, I'm just going to take this angled brush, which is what I normally use, and I'm just going to go in with the lightest of those 2 shades and just go over that line, but because this brush is a bit fluffier, it's going to diffuse it a little better. I mean, I'm going to put bronzer on anyway, but this is just to make sure we've got cheekbones in the right places. I really need to get another headband. I keep wearing my hem party one, but yeah, it does the job. Okay, and then I'm going to take my nose contour brush. It's what I call it now because it's the only thing that I use it for. I'm going to take that lightest shade, make sure I tap off. I'm going to grab a mirror, because knowing me, I will go way too strong if I just do it from a distance. Starting from the top, just gonna blend or buff that into my nose just to create a slight shadow. I don't want anything too harsh. And I do always tend to go like a shade lighter on my nose contour than I do on my cheekbones. I think your cheekbones like can take it. They have like natural shadowing anyway. They have like natural hollows like right here, which is obviously where you're going to put your contour, whereas your nose can look a bit too much. So I do tend to go like a shade lighter, and that's why I like a palette, because you can see like the actual colours next to each other. So I'm going to leave my nose at that. Oh, we haven't done jaw. jaw contour, just taking the angled brush again and the same colour that I used for my nose, and just add in a bit of a shadow. I wasn't even going to film this tonight. I've had a headache for about 3 hours now, but I was finally feeling better. So if I'm rushing, it's just because I'm like, got like 15 minutes, need to start tea. Need to start tea in about 15 minutes, then I've got to pick Chris up from work, so I'm not trying to rush, but I've just got other stuff I need to do as well. So I'll put that away. What am I going to take for bronzer today? Let's go with the Clinique. Really like the Clinique one. Excuse the noise. I'm just bashing about. It's the True Bronze Press Powder. It's just a cute little one, and it's in the shade 02 Sunkissed. I'm going to take my normal bronzer brush, which is actually the Real Techniques blush brush, and I'm just going to buff that into my skin, add a bit of colour, add a bit of warmth back. To add a little bit of glow, I'm going to go in with, this is the Primark Topaz palette. I'm just going to go in with this top one, but quite lightly, because it is pigmented. And I'm just going to buff that into my cheeks a little bit, like I say, lightly, because that's added some colour to that. From that side to that side, you can see. Just with what's left on my brush, just tie my nose in. And then for blush, I'm going to go with my L'Oreal Life's a Peach to start with, which I love this. And then what I'm going to take, which is this is just obviously going that little bit extra, but because we've gone a bit shimmery with the bronzer and everything, that I'd tie it all in. I'm going to take my Urban Decay Back Talk palette and take the shade Low Key, which is actually a highlight, but it's really nice like with a big brush over some blusher as a blush topper. Just gives that peachy glow without being like in your face glowy. I mean, you could get away without putting highlighter on, but we're going to put a highlighter on. So yeah, you could, because of how much of a glow, because it is technically a highlighter, how much glow it gives you, even though it's diffused, you can get away with it. But before we do highlight, because I don't know why, I always do my highlight and then my lips and then finished. Let's finish off the eyes. So I'm going to go back into, whoop, nearly blinded you, back into the original Soph palette and take that green metallic shade. Yes, I'm going to put metallic on my lower lash line, and I'm just going to stamp it with a flat brush all along my lower lash line. Just make sure, like I said, because this is quite loosely pressed, just make sure you have set under your eyes, because otherwise you will have green down your face, and that's not the most flattering. Right, so I am actually going to dip it into the Jaclyn Hill palette and take that shimmer that we was on about. And I'm just going to focus it on the centre of my eye, on my lower lash line, just to bring a bit more green. I don't know how well that's going to come across on camera. I will zoom you in, but it's just brightened it up. I did have a really bright, I have still got it, but I have got a really bright green eye pencil that I was going to use, but then I decided to go with the khaki tones instead of like fluorescent green. Okay, so I just went off camera to put some lashes on, but apparently I'm not having a good lash day. One, I couldn't decide what lashes to put on, and then when I did, they just weren't sticking, so we've just gone with a lot of mascara. And I use the Bad Girl Bang mascara, and I'm still undecided whether to put a bit of Glam Crystals on. Why not? What I'm going to do, I'm going to take it on the back of my hand. Oh yeah, when I was off camera I just put some, which one was it? It was the Bourjois Liner Stylo in, doesn't tell me a colour. It's like a cool, oh no, Run, number 42. Anyway, liquid like a waterline and tightline with a Bourjois eyeliner. And what I'm going to do, I've put a little bit on the back of my hand, I'm going to take my little finger, tap some of that onto my finger, and then just tap some of this onto the centre of my eye. Okay, yeah, like that. Just a little bit more sparkly. Just picks up like that gold green more on the centre of my eye. And this is the best way. If you don't want like a full-on glittery eye, you just want it to diffuse like that. It's just like spread it all over my eyelid without it being like bing, glitter everywhere. Not that that's a bad thing. We all like a bit of glitter. But yeah, it just diffuses it a bit better and gives it a nice sparkle, which I'm actually really liking now. Yeah, so like I said, I put a load of black, the black, it's only in one colour, Bad Girl Bang mascara from Benefit, and I tight lined with a brown eyeliner. I just thought it was a little less harsh, and it ties in well with the colours, like the khaki colours that we've gone for. And for highlight, I was umming and ahhing, but I think I'm going to go back into the Topaz palette and take this bottom shade. I may top it with something else because I can't actually remember how pigmented it is. And obviously we need to, oh I don't know, we need to balance out the glitter that I've got on my eyes. Okay, that's, no. Change plan. So, Revolution. And I'm going to take this shade right here, this second one. And buff that into my skin. Yes, that's what we wanted. Yes. And I'm just going to take some of that shade on a small, it's an eyeshadow brush, just down the bridge of my nose, just to sort of bring everything centered. Put a little bit of this on my brow bone. I'm liking this look. Like I said, I'm really liking the cool tones at the minute. And then to really make the corner of my eyes pop, I'm going to take this white gold here and really layer that up on my inner corner. Because obviously with going really dark on the eyes, we need something to make the eyes pop. Yes. And like I say, I'm just layering it because I want like a super bright inner corner. I don't always go really bright on my inner corner, but like I say, we want to balance out this eye look. Yeah, I'm liking that. So to finish everything off, I'm going to go, I think I'm going to use this one. Oh, I don't know, that's quite orangey actually. I was going to go in with the Florma Silk Liquid Lipstick, but it's quite orangey. What I'm going to do actually, I'm going to take my Cork lip liner and pretty much fill in the whole of my lips. Because this is a bit darker and a bit cooler toned. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this just on the centre. Yeah, I'm liking that. That's just like toned down some of that like orange tone, because it is like a full-on orange tone. And to finish everything up, which is one thing I normally forget to do, hyaluronic acid fixing spray from Revolution. Move the hair out of the way. Spritz. Then take the mirror and fit it in. Okay, so I'll just go off, do something with my hair, and then I'll be back to round this video up. Okay guys, so this is my finished look. Just went with a little half up, half down. I really like my hair like this, especially when it's curly. It looks so big, I love it. And added a little green touch to the ears. But yeah, I hope you like this. I really like that pop of brighter green on my lower lash line. And I hope you saw a couple of products that you might like. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Head over to my Instagram and check it out over there. And yeah, that's it for this video. Turn on the notifications and you'll know when my next one's up. And if you are new here, hi, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.